So what are you talking about? You have the soundtrack, and then you also have the Archie cartoon. Can you talk a little bit about comic?
Yeah.
About those?
Yeah, the Archie versus Sharknado comic kind of started forming here last year. We met Dan Parent, one of the writers and artists for Archie, and one of the producers went and got a drawing from him, and it was really awesome. And I go, I want to meet Dan. We got to make this happen. This needs to be a real thing. So I started talking to Dan. It's like, tell your people at Archie we want to do this. And there's really no money in comics. I mean, publishing is dead, but just the idea of marrying Archie versus Sharknado, and I love the universe, and so I pushed for 6 months, and finally we were in the middle of shooting, and Dan and I had come up with, like, you know, I read a bunch of the comics and tried to get my head around what we could do, and they said, well, you know, what do we have in Riverdale, blah, 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 and so we were starting to shoot, we're in the middle of shooting, and they go, yeah, the Archie comic's happening, now you need to write it, and the good thing is that what I wanted to do is make it a mini movie with that was like a companion piece to Sharknado 3. So it doesn't have any of our characters, but exists in the universe of 3. So while Washington stuff is happening with Finn, Betty and Veronica are on the other side of Washington dealing with their adventure. And then Riverdale is actually on the East Coast, where the Sharknadoes are taken over. And so the Archie gang have to stop their Sharknado while the bigger Sharknado is being stopped in our movie.
That's awesome.
And you know, you think there's no ideas that are left, and it's like suddenly, you know, oh, this would be cool. Oh, this would be cool. And also I was unencumbered by budget or schedule, or we can't do these visual effects. So it was like storyboarding another movie. And it actually was the most liberating thing, because it was just me at a typewriter, Oh, look how old I am! I'm on a typewriter doing this thing. Oh, back in my day, I wish there was some newfangled thing called anyway. So on my computer, you know, I'm just typing away and, you know, just coming up with crazy stuff, and it's just like, you know, there's no pressure. And the Archie people were so great. They were so accommodating and just letting me play around with both of their universes, because I was worried. Sharknado I understood, but Archie I was worried that I wasn't going to live up to who their characters were. And they said after it was over to go, you know, it felt like you'd been writing Archie forever. I'm like, that's the best compliment I've ever heard. Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, that was really nice.
Is that out now? Or
it comes out July 22nd, the same day the movie comes out.
Awesome.